That's a little too fast. Hold on. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mr. Build It Kids, and we are currently in the front of our house. We kind of are missing some things here, and we thought a porch swing might be a good idea. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I love that idea.
All right, let's see what we can get started with. All right guys, I'm here with my friend Jake. He's from Tampa, Florida, and he flew in for his birthday to come hang out with me. Jake, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm turning 11 today.
Happy birthday to you.
I build stuff for like my house. I've been building for 5 or so years.
So you know your way around tools, huh?
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get started?
Yes.
Let's get it. All right, so we're working on building a porch swing here, and we found some plans here. It looks simple enough.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of 2x4s and a lot of pocket holes. Jake, have you worked with pocket holes before?
I sure have.
What kind of pocket hole, Jake, are you working with at
So
home?
like the Craig, a step up from the Mini.
Uh-huh.
It's like the one that you clamp it.
Clamp it, squeeze
Yeah.
it, and then, yeah, that's exactly the one I got started with first. So I'm excited because Jake knows his way around these tools, so it's gonna make the build process a lot more fun and a lot faster. Jake, I think what we're gonna start doing first is I'm gonna start cutting the pieces,
Okay.
and then you'll get on my Craig Foreman, which is a heavy-duty
Yeah.
pocket hole machine.
Yeah.
You'll love it so much.
Yeah.
And as we doing that, we're start assembling, and then maybe we could switch positions, okay?
Yep.
All right, let's get it. All right, Jake, so the plan here is gonna be, we're working with a lot of pocket holes.
Okay.
I'll do the cutting, you work on the pocket holes.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're just gonna start working on the back piece here, and the goal here is to make sure the placement on the pocket holes is gonna be on the back side of the rest, so we don't have to see them. Now, I have an idea of how to conceal those pocket holes, and we'll get to it when we get there, but in the meantime, positioning and placement is very important, okay? All right, let's party. So I don't think this one has any pocket holes. I'll do the side pieces.
the top?
This is the very top right here. So this is right there. And what I'll do is I'll scratch it off so you kind of know where I'm at, okay? So the next one is 20 and a half. So kind of put that one aside. All right, there's your first one. So this is gonna be those ones.
Okay.
And what's cool about the Foreman, so you wanna just kind of keep it dead flat against the back rail, and we're gonna put 2 pocket holes. So if you see your placement, you see this says edge to edge, that's essentially the middle of where each pocket hole will go, right? So what I like to do is I'll go maybe, see it says like 1 inch, inch and a half, maybe go inch and a half, dead flat, screw this down, not tight. The reason why is with the Foreman, you can actually move it anytime you want. So you're just kind of keeping it from raising up. So we'll move it right there. So yeah, inch and a half right there.
Okay.
And then all you have to do is one hand here, safety trigger. See how we can't go any further?
Yeah.
Raise it up, you got a pocket hole.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, right?
Wow, that was amazing.
Now, that was inch and a half, so maybe we do 1 inch. So instead of inch and a half, we just do 1 inch. So you can look it on this side, the edge is at that 1 inch mark. Safety trigger, all the way down, come up. We got 2
Then we're
pocket
doing
holes.
an inch on each side.
Inch on each, yep. You ready to do the next one?
Yes.
All right, go for it. What do you think?
I like it a lot.
That's fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, these 2 are these. They're exactly identical. Both get them on each side. Bottom one looks like it has that, that, and that. And if I was to be a betting man, I would say probably 3 more, because see how there's a bottom platform
Yeah.
there? I bet you anything, those attach to the bottom there, okay?
Yep.
All right, you're on it?
Yeah.
Do those, and then we'll switch sides. You'll do the cutting, and I'll do that, okay?
Okay.
Actually 2 different parts here. So you have the frame right here. Imagine this middle part's not there. And then we have a frame underneath that's kind of supporting everything. And the ropes to the swing are gonna go towards the bottom of the frame because that's where the strength comes from. If you attach it to the sections where the armrests are, they're just gonna rip off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a heavy dude. So what we're gonna do here is extend these side pieces by, let's make it aesthetically pleasing. So if this is 3.5 inches, we'll do another 3.5 this way so it's a nice perfect square, and then I'll have a hole through it. So let's do our math here. So if this is 45 inches, we're gonna add 3.5 on each side, which is the size of a 2x4. By the way, not a lot of people know that a 2x4 is not
Yeah, I
2
do.
inches by 4 inches. What? It's inch and a half by 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at 7 inches plus the 45.
A lot of boring math later.
We're coming up with these numbers because the cushions for patio furniture is averaging about 24 inches by 24. So we're kind of doing our math around the cushions that we already ordered.
I like this guy's mathematicals.
So we're looking at about, maybe we make it stick out. Should we make it flush or should we make it stick out on the front a little bit?
I think flush.
Flush? Okay. It's a good thing. The nice thing, we screw up, we cut another piece of
Yeah.
wood, right? All right, so we'll go flush. So I'll say 2 pieces at 59, and then we'll do 9, 10. Let's do 10 pieces at 27.
Okay.
Just to keep us out of trouble, let's do 59, 2 inches, and then cut 2 pieces at 27, and then we'll kind of frame them out, make sure that we didn't screw up, okay?
So instead of 10, do 2.
Do 2 at 27, exactly.
All right.
Cool. You got your pencil, you got your tape measure?
Yep.
You know miter saw safety? Keep your hands away?
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch you on
Like
the first
here.
cut. Yep, exactly. Oh, here's another great one. Do you know how to pick out good lumber from bad lumber?
No. Like lay it on the ground.
That's a great way to do it, actually. I simplify things all the time. But here's a good way is I got actually a good piece and a bad piece.
Straightness.
If you look at it at a side, kind of like you're going to aim at something.
Yeah.
Looks pretty straight, right? And then we look at this way. It's got maybe a slight little hint of a
Yeah.
turn, but not too much. I mean, it's wood. It can't be perfect. Now look at this one.
Oh, wow.
Do you see that it bends out?
Yeah.
That's a good way, and this way it looks flat. That's a good way when you're picking at your lumber, kind of slow down and see what it actually does. Because if you're going to pay the money for it, you might as well be perfect, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Or
So
as perfect as possible.
exactly.
Practically perfect in every way.
I'm going to leave that one to the side. I'd recommend using this pile. All right, that's perfect. You got a perfect line there. And here's what I like to do, and you probably already do this, is when you cut, you never cut right in the middle of your line. You always want to leave just a hair of that pencil mark on the piece you want to use. So when you cut it, we should see like almost half of that gray line. See that right there?
Yeah.
We're not cutting it right in the middle because if you do that and you try to replicate that cut over and over, you might be an eighth of an inch longer, an eighth of an inch shorter. If you cut just outside of it, and this is the piece we want to use, leaving a little bit of the gray line, you'll always have the best cuts you could possibly have. That's perfect, buddy. It looks like we didn't cut all the way through just because it's a sliding saw. So get it right in there. Okay, get it up to speed. Move it all the way down. Perfect. Beautiful. Nice work. I feel like we're shouting at each other with these earmuffs on. Jake, I promise I'm not yelling at you. All right, Jake, let's start assembling to make sure we're kind of on the right track. Let's do the back piece first. We're gonna use wood glue, like always. Pocket hole screws are rated for exterior, and we really don't have to worry about getting this dead center, I think, as long as it's eyeballed center. There's an old saying is, if it looks straight, it's straight, right?
Are you sure about that?
So we're gonna go by that rule and see how she starts coming together. And if you're ever building in your garage at home, you never wanna lay your pieces where this crack is in the middle of the concrete because when they pour concrete, it's never straight. So you almost have to pick a side, left or right side, if you want a nice flat surface. We'll go, this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the middle, these are the sides, it's the right length. So you're a master pocket hole dude. I'll give you this, and I'll be your hand clamp guy. So you wanna get plenty of glue there. Spread it out nicely. Now end grain is the hardest to glue.
Yep.
Because if you think of all this like a handful of straws,
Yeah.
it sucks it all in. The side grain doesn't have it, so it's strong. So most of the time what I like to do, if you have the patience for it, put a layer like you did, let it dry, clogs all those little pores, then put another layer, and that's gonna give it a lot stronger hold. We're gonna go with our gut feeling and avoid that right now. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here, I'll give you a rag here for that wood glue. All right, I'll make sure it's nice and straight and flat, and you just send those pocket holes in.
Okay.
Or pocket screws in. You'll hear a change in tone. There you go. You see how it went brrr, like really hard? That's what you're looking for with these impacts. There it is. There you go. You can never have too much wood glue. You just have to clean it up. Perfect. Yep. There you go. That worked way better. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna glue this entire sucker at once. So put
Yeah,
wood glue.
because we won't be able to.
Exactly. And here's the trick with spreading with your finger. Just use the tip of it, because if you use too much, you're gonna push it away. Because you kind of want to have some of it kind of sticking out like this.
Okay.
Because what ends up happening is, this is the best way to know when you got a good proper glue, tight and glue up, is when you screw it in, the wood glue squeezes out just a little bit.
Yes.
And when it does that, it ensures to you as a maker that you did a good job putting it together. Good? You see how a little bit squeezed out right there?
Yeah.
Just in a little crack, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's perfect. Nice work. All right, so we're missing just this little side part, a little 12-incher. Jake, you want to cut the little 2 12 inches for me?
Of course.
Perfect. All right, Jake, so for our armrest here, it's gonna be made out of about 4 pieces here. 1 towards the bottom, one towards the top, one cap on top, and then this is gonna be sitting right there. It looks janky, but it's gonna look cool, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so wood glue this.
It's like this piece that sticks out.
Oh yeah. Wait till you catch a nail or a screw with your knees.
Oh, I've done that.
That'll make a grown man cry.
Yeah.
The tip of the finger. There you go. There it is. Perfect amount of wood glue squeeze out. Good. Jake, we goofed on something. This is my fault. The orientation of this. You see the pocket hole screws going this way? We got to flip the sucker before the wood glue dries. And that is just something that happens when you're having too much fun.
Awesome time! This is very fun for me!
All right, so orientation of those going down. All right, let's try that. Take two. Good. All right. I'm glad we caught that because that would have been miserable trying to break the wood off.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this piece. I'll hit you with some wood glue. Perfect. And then we put our cap on, and the cap is going to go this way, so these screws will go that way. Now, this cap is going to be a little tricky because we technically only have one hole to the side, but we have two here, so that'll be plenty of support. What I recommend doing is putting a bunch of wood glue here, a light amount there, and this will hold it on nice and tight. So hit up this one. Where is it? There. Oh yeah, right there, yeah. And then after that, we'll do the middle pieces. One official side. I believe this is the left side here. So now let's work on the right side. All right, Jake, we got our sides going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these pocket holes and secure it just like that. And then we'll have our long piece, which I think this is the one. I'm not sure. Maybe we have a different one, but I'll cut across.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm gonna try to keep us in line with this. Nice. I'm gonna pull that front end up and then lift her up all the way up. Yep, just like that. Keep her coming. All right, perfect. All right, Jake, I think we got something that actually looks like something right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I could already see it right now. Swinging away. All right, we need to have a base platform because the base platform is gonna have the ropes on it, suspending it up. So essentially, it's almost gonna be like a parade float. You know, there's like wheels at the bottom. We'll cut them out. We're trying to keep it flush. Only thing we're gonna do different is we're gonna have the side piece come out 3.5 inches so the ropes can go through it. All right, Jake, let's try to position these so it's sticking out evenly. Yeah, perfect. All right, so their length is perfect. Why don't you measure the inside part here? Okay. And then we'll mass produce those cleats. So why don't you measure this side, and then we're gonna be pretty sure it's gonna be the same on the other side.
20 and an 8.
Yeah, 20 and an 1/8. All right, let's see how many we'll need. Let's do 6. Let's do 6 pieces at 20 and an 1/8, you said?
Yes.
Is that what you said, 20 and an 1/8? Where are you gonna take the top off?
This part?
Yep. We're just gonna move it to the side here.
Oh, this is so much lighter because it's not pressure treated.
Oh yeah, pressure treat is dense. So let's put together the base platform.
We could just use this as a spacer.
We could use it as a spacer. Here's how we can do that. Check this out. So hold that right over there. There. So technically our gap should be 5 and like 5/8. Let's see if this trick actually works. Math was never my strong suit. Oh, this is close enough actually. Let's do a test fit. There's 1, 2. Hey, dead perfect, huh? So this is gonna sit just like this with good gaps on the back. All we're gonna do is throw some wood glue on the bottom part, secure with pocket holes, and I think we'll be ready to sand.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Nice work. All right, we gotta sand the sucker nice and smooth. There's a lot of, certain spots have a stain, like stamp when they were selling it.
Yeah.
But we'll clean up everything so it's nice and smooth.
Yep.
We'll get the stain ready. So Jake, I'll have you start sanding this thing. I'm gonna go mix up the stain so we can get this puppy rolling, okay? So Jake, we're up to now to stain this thing. We got a weird concoction here. Would you drink this if I give you $100? I wouldn't either. So it's a little bit of equal parts of weathered oak, equal parts of driftwood, and special walnut. Fingers crossed it turns out good and Irina doesn't have to sand it and stain it again. Here's yours, I'll grab mine, and let's see what we can do with it. All right, Jake, one of the last steps we got before this thing is finally finished and ready for the cushions is we gotta drill these holes that we made for it. So I got a nice big hole saw here, and we have our 3/4 inch heavy duty rope here. So what I'll have you do is, I marked you out the center here, and what I'll have you do is keep this as steady as possible and see if we can drill this through pretty easily, okay?
Got it.
All right. There we go. Nice.
That's a big hole.
I know. Cool, you got it.
How did it get so tangled?
I don't know. The guy at the store is saying this is a way to do it so it doesn't get tangled.
It's very tangled.
I don't think he was being truthful. All right. That's our knot. Now we just got to repeat it 3 more times. It is a triple loop-de-loop, back-to-back, up to Grandma's house and around the corner. See? Everybody knows this one.
This will hold it.
This will definitely hold us. Nice work, Jake. All right, so I got my D-loops up there. They're ready for their stud. We got some really strong knots. We got these ropes from the hardware store like we did with Jake. And we got some cushions, so why don't we give it a try?
I'm scared.
Why would you be scared? Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Do you like how low I made it?
Yeah.
That's actually really cozy. Jake, that was a wild, fun time. What'd you think?
I loved it.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
We learned a lot, didn't we?
Yes.
I think it came out a really cool project too. Guys, we had a lot of fun making this build. If you want to build something like this with your kids or anybody else in your life, this would be a fun project to do together. I think it took us roughly around 4 hours to bang this out. And it was pretty fast, fun, and easy, and actually something we can use the whole house. All right, Jake, send them off.
Subscribe, like, and share this video with anyone who you know.